Hi there everyone, my name's Paradoxic, and this is a basic tutorial for Halo 3 Legendary for the Storm. I'm not going to go over advanced IL strats in this, I'm simply going to go over easy, kind of first-time Legendary runner strats that you would use to try and complete this level, aiming to minimize deaths, primarily. This level begins with an auto-scroller. There's not much you can do to speed this up, but the first thing we're going to do is aim to the right, switch to our pistol, and bop this guy in the head. What that does is it allows us to get in the Warthog earlier, drive over here, and press this button. As soon as you... Now this is where I stop. As soon as you press this button, a timer begins, and that timer is linked to when the button to load the next Lakebed area will become active. So we want to hit this button as soon as possible.
You killed one of ours!
Oh yeah, I should mention. Try not to kill any Marines when you drive this Warthog, because on Legendary, if you kill 2 Marines and your enemies or your allies realize that you've killed them, they'll turn on you, and on Legendary, they can really mess you up.
You killed one of ours!
So we're going to get out and press the button. Get back in the Warthog and drive it up to here. This is how I do this. We're going to go into the next room, and I like to throw a grenade to kind of clear some enemies, and pick up this battle rifle on the ground and press this button. I'm then going to make my way back to the Warthog, trying to pick up plasma grenades and a plasma pistol. I'm going to get this guy out of the Warthog, and we're going to drive the Warthog through and just kind of barrel these enemies out of the way. We want to try and hit at least one, what are they called? At least one brute. We actually hit 2 there, so we're solid. That loading done you see in the bottom of the screen means that the next area is loaded. If you happen to see a bubble shield like that, feel free to pick it up. And now we're going to proceed on to the next part of the level. We open the door, get in the ghost, and try and go through as quickly as we can. You need to make sure you kill a specific number of enemies in this first Lakebed in order for the next door to open. So what we're going to do here is you'll notice enemies dropping down from this Phantom. They're going to take out that fuel rod, or that missile pod guy for us, and we actually want them to take that out. Fallen Ultima's going to use these guys. So what, again, driving here. Now, one thing I will mention, you'll notice that those enemies didn't jump out of the way when I drove at them. Sometimes they will. I'm going to see if I can manipulate my movement to make them jump out of the way.
I need a sit rep, Commander.
Oh, they're being real nice to me. It's somewhat random whether or not enemies notice you beforehand and jump out of the way. But one thing I will mention is if you drive at them with your reticle on them, they're going to prevent you from being able to turn properly. So I like to drive with my reticle above them so that I can still make turns without the auto-aim messing with everything.
Atmospheric disturbances.
Again, I'm going to try and splatter as many as I can.
Sierra 117.
Come over this way.
Moving as fast as you can, sir.
Charge up a plasma pistol shot, and we're going to take out this brute and pick up this missile pod at the same time. We're going to 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4. Yeah, 4. And then we need to take out 1 ghost and 2 ghosts. Now you'll notice I'm being shot by the remaining enemies here. They will kill you if you're not quick in this section. So you need to go fast here.
I need a sit rep, Commander.
Atmospheric disturbance is intensifying above the artifact, Admiral.
Oops.
Sierra 117.
That was poor driving. Aha, okay, and here we have another thing that can happen. So right here, the Phantom turret didn't get shot off by our allies. The other 2 times I've done this turret has been gone because our allies managed to shoot it off before we got here. If your allies don't shoot that turret off, you're going to have to stick it with a plasma grenade so that it doesn't kill you. So let's see what happens this time. Okay, I only killed 3 that time. Okay, turret is up.
Moving as fast as
Oh, I missed it. No, I got it. 1. I missed that jump. It's much more difficult when the turret is there than when the turret is not there.
I need a sit rep
On
commander.
MCC, the turret is there almost 100% of the time, so you have to shoot it.
Sierra 117.
Moving as fast as you can, sir. I know he'll get it done.
Again, to do the jump up onto the middle platform, you want to park your ghost so that you can jump
Atmospheric
onto your
disturbance
ghost
is
and then
intensifying
up.
above the artifact, Admiral.
Sierra 117.
Turret's gone. This makes it easier.
Moving as fast as
Jump
you
on
can,
the
sir.
ghost.
I know
Jump
he'll
up
get it
here.
done.
1, 2, 1. Ghost. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more to the ghost. 1 ghost. 2 ghosts. That should be good.
My boys are gonna love us.
So we got the loading done, which means the next area, the doors here have opened, which is what we want. And what we're going to do is we're going to drive through, get out, throw a bubble shield down if we need it, and jump into this room. Pick up a set of rockets from here, and just hit this button and run on through. I'm not going to... There are other strats for this section, but I'm not going to go over them.
I have defied gods and demons.
Okay.
Rockets in back.
Just for your information, should you ever want it, there's another set of full rockets and BR ammo here. You're going to pick up this mongoose, drive into the first lake bed, or second lake bed, sorry, and we're going to go
We got anti-air raids in the
over
next
here,
Chief.
and first things first, use this to kill this anti-air raid. 4 shots is all it should take. We're going to pick up this gravity lift,
One down, one to go.
break this off, and then run over this way, and try and take out these ghosts as they come down. Where's the other ghost? There's the other one. Nice. 1, 2. Nice, look at that. Solid. And then at this point, you can try and take out some of these guys. The enemies need to be dead. A really beginner strat, this is super beginner, is to come up here and take the sniper rifle. Now this sniper rifle is going to help you later on in the level. But all we need for now are these 2 weapons. As we see the next wave of phantoms come in, we want to take this missile pod and walk it like this over here. We're going to aim for this core of the phantom, like so, and it should kill both the enemies there. Good. We're going to walk it over this way just to see if there are any ghosts remaining. Doesn't look like it. If you get Johnson's dialogue, both AA race have been neutralized, then you're good.
Something big closing in on your location.
Now, I don't see a ghost anywhere, and we have a little bit of time, but not a lot of time, before the Scarab comes in. Oh, there's a ghost. Oh, it's too far now. I need to be here. Okay. We're going to go 1, 2, right here. Throw down our grab lift there, and now watch our mini-map.
Scarab, find some cover now.
Right as the dots pass over us, we want to jump so that we land on the back of the Scarab, and then we're going to perform this fight. The rockets actually have a very strong melee, so it's good to use the rockets for this fight. Then you can pick up one of these guys and just take out... Oh my god. So, what happened right there is I got killed by my Marines shooting rockets. That is not something you have control over. You just have to hope they don't kill you.
Find some cover.
The only way you can control it is by going really fast, because if you go fast, then the Marines won't have time to kill you, because you're in there and out real quick. Okay. We're gonna take out this Scarab, grab our rockets, and make our way back.
It's gonna blow.
Try not to get killed. Like that. And I'm going to take a mongoose just to show you this next section, which is really nice.
Keep going.
Well done, Chief. I'm sending in a few pelicans.
One more target, Chief.
If you drive this mongoose at full speed, you can get through this barrier. Otherwise, just walk this section. Now, you'll see me meleeing here. I'm meleeing I'm meleeing because I'm trying to delay a checkpoint. I don't want to get a checkpoint until this next section begins, right here. Checkpoint. There we go. The reason for that is because this next section has a ton of enemies, and it's really easy to die. So, to do this section, we're going to run over here, break this window, and kind of skirt these enemies here. We're going to keep an eye out for these enemies that come around this corner, and we're going to need to throw some prediction grenades to catch them as they're spawning. Prediction grenade 1. Okay. And 1 rocket maybe. Take a look at your score when that happens, and you'll start to learn as you play more of the game how many enemies you've actually killed when you do that. If you manage to find a bubble shield, go ahead and grab one. It can be useful here. You can just throw it down like this. Whoops. Oh no. And again, that's why we delayed the checkpoint to the end of that hallway. Prediction. So that was a pretty good shot. Whoa, I didn't want it there. The general rule is that the better you are at Halo 3, the better you are at the speedrun. If you can kill the enemies before they kill you, you'll do a good job. One thing about Legendary that you should keep in mind is that you will die. So please don't expect it to be, like, easy. Fight this section if you need to. This is why we picked up the sniper. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to actually run behind these garbage cans and then throw the bubble. Easy. Good game.
Sir, yes, sir.
Alright. The reason we have sniper and rockets is for this section. Remember, these are very beginner strats. It's entirely possible to do other strats here that are faster, but this is for if you find combat difficult. We want to try and take out these guys, because they have, what are they called? Carbines, which can kind of damage us quite a bit. And then we want to run along these here. The point is we're going to need to perform a late jump, like so, a late crouch jump to jump out off the top of this thing here and onto this top edge, and then over. We are currently outside of the map, so the enemies can't kill us. Even though this is a fence, they can't shoot through it. And we can kind of, you'll see floating trees. Blaze does this in his GDQ run. And so what we can do is once we jump over that, we can make our way over this way towards where we see the AA gun. You need to walk close enough to this fence to get the load, which is that right there. You need to hit that loading done, otherwise the game will, you won't be able to finish. You'll have to run back and hit it later. And now what we're doing is we're despawning an entire wave of enemies. Normally this entire hill would be covered in enemies, but instead, by walking out of bounds, we're going to skip all of that, and this is the easy legendary strat. We're just going to run all the way up here and take out this. The faster way is what Blaze did in his GDQ run, obviously. Which is to keep a plasma pistol and shoot it with the... Actually, I'm going to show you. So normally you could kill it from here and make your way back down. Or you can take a plasma pistol from the previous area. You just have to either not have rockets or not have sniper. And instead of walking up to the gun, you can stand right here, charge up a plasma pistol, and long-range shoot this from this position. Like this. I hope I got it. Yeah, there we go. And then all you need to do is walk back up this ramp, and the level will end. Awesome. There you go. The basics of Storm on Legendary.